Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent.
Oh, would you look at the time? My favorite show's about to start.
I'm DJ McGuinness and I'm behind the love decks. Tonight I've got 30 single girls looking for a man to get jiggy with it. No like it, no like it. Single man, reveal yourself.
Who's laughing now?
I'm sorry, if you're not from the UK, you haven't watched Take Me Out, and you did not have a clue what that intro is about. If you did get it, let me know in the comments. Okay, so not long ago, MrWestTek brought out a video where he had 3 builds to solo the Guardian, and the last one in that video was a beginner's build. And in that video, when he got to the damage phase, he was doing amazing damage, and he was getting like so many sneak attacks, and he annihilated EN06. Up until this point, the Dino Lord and I had been doing it as a duo, and I was never able to complete it solo, so I thought, right, I'm going to copy pretty much as close as I can to his exact build, and see if I can do it on my own. Because sometimes, you know, when you watch YouTubers do this stuff, you kind of go, yeah, but am I going to be able to do it like that? Probably not, you know? So I wanted to try it. Like I said, I want to be able to farm this myself, like even if the Dino Lord's not home. And I want to be able to do it in one round. I don't want to be having to go and hide and take his shield down again. That just sounds like a faff. So we're going to go for his build. I'm going to show my build side by side with his, and then we're going to go in and see if we can wreck the Guardian like he did. So let's start with the specials. I got every point into everything that he had his points into on here. And then the perk cards, everything exactly the same. I'm just so hoping that this works. I really am. And then legendaries, he only had a 4-star agility equipped, so I unequipped all my other legendaries and just kept this one on. Now as for the guns, he's using the Furious Prime Plasma Rifle, and he's got a 2-star rapid on it. So I got the same gun, but I do have a 3-star agility on this because I didn't want to be making another one of these guns and using another Furious and Rapid modules, you know. I've got pretty much the same, except I've got a 3-star agility on mine. But same as his, I've got the Prime Capacitor, I've got the Stabilized Flamer Barrel, the Forceful Stock, and the Medium Scope. But I did notice something when editing this video. If we take a look at the item stats side by side, for some reason, his is doing 67 damage, mine is 57, and then his is 81 energy damage and mine is 68. So I'm not sure why there's such a difference there. The only thing I can think is maybe he was testing for the video when he showed this and he might have already taken like a psycho buff or something. It could even be that he might have some Rangers mods or some other mod on his regular armor, because I'm currently wearing my unyielding regular day-to-day armor when I'm showing this, but I'm at full health, so I don't know if that could affect it. But if you look at the weight, my gun weighs a lot less than his, and that is because I have arms keepers on one piece of my armor. But if it is because of our armor, then I'm assuming when we get in there, that won't make a difference because we're both going to be in power armor anyway. Maybe you'll know a bit more. I'm asking for a bit of advice in this video as well, if you guys, because I know a lot of you know a lot more than me. So yeah, if you know what might be happening here, let me know in the comments. But this is the gun he said to use, so this is the one we're going to use. And like I said, the only difference is I've got a 3-star agility on this. Okay, and then for the gun we use to take down the shield at the very beginning of the fight. He said just use any heavy gun, because all you need to be doing is just shooting at it and getting that bullet shield card to do its work. And I'm using just my day-to-day Bloodied Prime Plasma Caster. Now the armor, I've got troubleshooters on everything. He used a troubleshooter's excavator armor, just 1 star into troubleshooters. I don't have an excavator armor, and I didn't fancy using my mods on an armor I'm never going to use again. So I'm using my XO1 power armor. Like you can see, every piece is troubleshooters, but I have got 3 stars on mine, so I'm hoping this should go really well. There's no 4 stars or anything on this because we are trying to replicate the beginner's build as best we can. So that's what we got going on here. Next is mutations, and he went through the mutations that he uses, and they're pretty much the same as what I've got on my daily build anyway. You can see it just going down the list here of the ones I've got on, and it was pretty much what he was saying you should have when he was going through it on the video. He's also said to use Psycho Buff and Stimpack Supers, so I'm going to be using Psycho Buff. As for the Stimpacks, I'm not sure how many supers I've got, so I'm just going to try and wing it with regulars if possible. So we're going to go in, and we're going to try and replicate what he did. So we'll push the button, hop on the pipe, and crouch. So it says hidden at the top of the screen. Now I'm going to take my Psycho Buff while he takes ages to come out of his bloody, I don't know, whatever that thing is. Just making sure I'm on the pipe. And here we go. So I'm just going to keep shooting him. I'm having to spam Stimpacks. As you can see then, I nearly died. So yeah, you will have to like proper spam them. He did say there's a way to time it. But to be honest with you, I'm just like hammering right on the D-pad at the moment just to keep stimming over and over again. Because like I said, at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm out of super stims and I'm just using regular Stimpacks. But his shield's coming down really nice. We're getting there. And he said this might take a bit of time because we haven't got any reflectives or anything like that on our armor, which I still don't have, by the way. Like, we have farmed this duo, like, non-stop, yeah? And I have not got a reflective. I think I've got one reflective Vulcan piece at home now, and that's it. And I'm still yet to have a reflective mod box drop. Right, onto the damage phase. And I'm doing pretty decent damage. It doesn't seem to be the numbers that he was pulling. I will look at both our fights side by side in a minute so you can see, but I'm not quite doing the damage that he was doing. However, it looks like we're going to get through it in one round, and I am getting a couple of sneaks in here and there. Okay, so the room is starting to heat up a little bit, and obviously so is the tension, but it does look like we're about to do it in one round. And... fantastic. Thank you, MrWestTek. I was able to do it solo in one round, which is absolutely amazing. But I just think it could be better because I watched ours side by side, mine and his, and we got a sneak at the beginning, both of us. And then he got another sneak where I didn't get a sneak. So you do extra damage when you sneak, obviously. He got another extra sneak, and then I did get one before the reload. Still not quite doing the same regular damage numbers as him either, though. And then again, we both got a sneak at the same time. And then he got an extra one. That's when I noticed, on his screen, it says above the head of the Guardian, caution. On my screen, it says danger. And this is what's confusing me. Why does his say caution and mine says danger? And the only thing I could think was I rewatched his video to make sure I'd done everything properly. And the only thing that stood out to me was when he said this.
Psycho Buff, some Super Stimpacks, basically whatever buffs you can use if you're a beginner, guys, you can get your hands on.
So that made me think, right, so perhaps he's using something else because he said anything you can get your hands on. So now I did try this on a different iteration of the build where I had all of my legendary cards and stuff equipped. And first I tried with the Calmex. So we're going to go in with the Calmex and have a go and see if we can get it, say, caution instead of danger. And now it's danger, danger, danger. I got a caution just briefly there, and then it went straight back to danger before the damage phase. So yeah, Calmex was a no-go. I then went for the Bobblehead, the sneak Bobblehead. So I put the sneak Bobblehead on, and we tried the same thing again. Up on the pipe, crouch. Pop the Bobblehead on. Get my Psycho Buff. Fast forward him coming up out of his lift. And danger. Danger again. So yeah, that was a no-go too. And again on the damage phase, as you can see, danger. So I had one more thing to try, which was the Stealthboy. So I thought we'd have a go with the Stealthboy. We're hidden, we're crouching on the pipe, up he comes. And we get a brief caution and straight back to danger. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why I'm not getting the caution and I'm getting the danger. I'm so confused. While the Bobblehead was still active, I even tried using the US Covert Operations Manual 6, which gives you less noise when sneaking, as well as Company T, because I heard that helps you with stealth. I popped a Calmex, and then the Stealthboy again. So I used like everything, and yeah, I got a quick caution at the beginning and it switched straight back to danger. So I don't know why, and I'm kind of asking for help. And if by some miracle MrWestTek happens to watch this video, please help me, because I really want to be able to do this more efficiently, and I don't know how to make it stop saying danger at the top and get it to say caution instead. Like, overall, this build is incredible. It worked. I went in another couple of times with the basic build that he did, the beginner's build, and I did complete it each time. The only issue was I did die at the end both of the other times, but I still completed it, so it is farmable in one go solo. But I'd just like to be able to know how you do that bit of extra damage when you get those sneak attacks. I don't know why I'm not getting as many sneaks and why it says danger instead of caution. So if anybody watching this video, I know you guys know a lot more than me about Fallout 76, so any advice at all would be absolutely incredible. I would be so grateful. But yeah, if you're a beginner and you haven't tried the raid yet, I will link MrWestTek's video in the description that I used as reference for this. And the beginner's build, as you can see, does work. And you don't need like the Enclave flamer and stuff. You're just using the regular plasma gun, which has been modified into a flamer rifle, which is ideal because those Enclave flamer mods are so hard to get your hands on. So I'm so glad that he did this build. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful in some way. If you did, maybe leave a like on it and consider subscribing if you're not already. And if you know anything about this caution danger thing, do let me know in the comments, because I tried everything I could think of. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day and take care.
Get the bell on.
Thank you for your cooperation.